All right, thank you. If you have any questions, let us know. Let me see. I can get closer to you. Whoa. So the question was, if we have these dangerous things, do we want to hook it up to the internet and make it controllable through the internet? I guess the goal wasn't so much to mean that you could kick off the brewing like from another country or something. It was you could put all the data out there. So for each batch, you could post it and say you brewed something that's really great. If somebody else had another system, they could also look at that and redo it. Or you could just access it from anywhere. I mean, especially if you're watching the process from, like if it's fully automated and say you step out of the house, then you can just make sure it's all running. Rather than just having it on your PC, which then you need to copy over somewhere else. How many bottles of beer? This is actually an interesting question because bottling is a big pain in the butt, and we're kind of skipping that and looking for creative ways to do that. I don't know if you want to talk about that, Eric? He's going to calculate how many bottles it's going to make. 5 gallons makes 40. Yeah, or 50. Depending on the spill. 500 to 600 bottles. Now it can do like 25 gallons. That's what we've been doing, just so we don't waste as much. The first few runs were a lot of spillage. Actually, we started with like 35 gallons and you'd end with like 20. Which, think about it, you're losing 15 gallons, which is more than we normally brew.
Does the system add your honest water as well?
Does the system add the hops for us? Not right now, but there is a very simple, clever way, which Ben over there, I gotta give him credit for a cat feeder. You can just turn it on and yeah. So, question was, what sort of sensor do we use to detect the like alcohol level, sugar level? Yeah, it's all done manually. Yeah, and I know there's a bunch of steps you could do afterwards to check. And you could get your process much better by measuring this stuff after and seeing what your variability is and then tuning it. But we're just right now just looking. You use the what is it? The high refractometer. Yeah. Anyone else? All right, one more. Oh, it's Taylor's account. All right, you can't have children brew. Okay, the question was, how much beer can you brew legally in your home? There's 100 gallons per person per year, person over 18, but or 21. But at least what we've heard is that that's not really. I mean, who's going to check unless you sell it? So. Yeah, I think we've talked to a lot of people who do other things, like you can't sell a beer, like sell growlers and no, there's a, you can fill it. Things along those lines. Yeah. Donations, yes. So anyhow, we haven't done any of that. We've just given it away. We're beta testing, so. Yeah, the question is, could the system scale down to 5 and 10 gallons? My understanding is it would be harder to control the variability because the amounts are smaller, right?
Yeah, a lot of sensors we have take into account very well.
Yeah, you get into things where basically like the level sensors, there's, I mean, the resolution of it, like when you have 5 gallons, is very small, and you lose your control, and so you're just going to have more variability, and you're going to end up more with the same problem. That you're going to spend a lot of money, I guess, to have probably not improve your situation that much. So this size of 2 barrels was actually a pretty good, compromise of, once again, where you get that efficiency of the scale without really having to get like a warehouse size thing. Do we keg all the beer? Basically, what do we do with it? That's actually a really difficult problem. Just think about it. We're testing this thing. We're running it multiple times. It's making 30 gallons of beer. You cannot drink that much beer. And like, what do you do with it? Like, you have some friends, but they all have to have kegs. Like, you have 5-gallon kegs, but still, with 30 gallons, that's 6 friends. And say you're testing it every week. It's like, well, you better have a lot of friends. But we've given it away at parties. A wedding. It's going to a wedding. Yeah. It is kind of, obviously you want to pour it out, and it's kind of a problem when you're testing it. So if anyone's thirsty, I don't know, maybe I should have a sign-up list for thirsty makers. Anyone else? No? Alright, how's our time? Well, I was going to pull up one thing, because we forgot our props. I was gonna see if I could just how much did it cost? Eric, you bankrolled most of it, and unfortunately it's pretty...
We got about $8,000 in that.
$8,000. I think the original guess was 4, which might have worked, which would probably work the second time around, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think it was.
Because what happens is you end up buying stuff, and then you realize, oh, this doesn't really work. And now you're like we have a box of like these valve actuators. You have like a box of 15, and it's like it's not like a camera or something we can just sell access to. So that's how that's been. I don't know if this will come up here. There's just a few pictures I was going to. Does that work? Oh gosh, great. Except I can't see it. So that's Eric under the brewery. That's me working on it. Doing electronics. That's me doing some processing. Eric, I think you're crawling under a table again. There's a lot of crawling under tables involved. Yeah, basically, by the way, the tanks, if you're curious, they're 55-gallon drums, but they're stainless steel. So everything in here was food grade, since we didn't actually. And even if you buy food grade stuff, that's, by the way, a tip that I forgot. We got like valves that off eBay that were food grade, but they've been used for something else, like
solvents, some kind of paint.
Yeah, some sort of paint. And guess what? There's no way to clean it. Like it smells like paint, and it'll make your beer smell like paint. So you got to be careful of that. You think you're getting a great deal, but it's been used for horrible chemicals. Yeah, and gas. We're using electric heaters. They're actually immersion heaters. Those are really cheap. They were off of Amazon. Like you can get them. Yeah, $12 each for a decent one, and then you can get the cheapest ones for like I think 3 or 5. Yeah. And they put out how much power? Yeah, 5,500 watts. And so the whole thing, we need 70 amp service. And you need 100 amps to run the whole thing. So you can see where like the scale, like buying these things like from little shops here, it doesn't work. The stuff just blows up. And PG&E only gives you how much service?
Whatever you ask for, but typically houses that like 20 or 30 years old have 100 amp service.
Okay, so 100 amp service, so we're really like pushing it. I don't know, it's up there right now. That's different pieces, I think. I'll just skip through a few because I don't know, but I think this is the valve actually that we had issues with. There's plastic bits of them, and those just hold on to flavor and so on. Yeah, that's it. So, all right. Well, I can't see what I'm showing you, but you get the idea. And I'll just finish off with the picture of the team here. We have a neighbor who came over and talked a lot. And,
slowed us down mostly.
But it was nice. Actually, one thing we tried to do to motivate ourselves was we didn't make any homebrew for a long while. We said we were not going to brew until we finished this thing, and so we were drinking like Keystone and stuff like that for a year and a half. So, all right, well, unless there's any other questions, oh, there's one more. Where are we located? The thing's actually in a garage in Redwood City. It's going to move to Sacramento. Eric just got a house there. That should make it a little bit easier, a little less constrained. Yeah, so, but I know I think that's San Carlos people. Devil's Canyon. This guy started around here, right? Yeah, they started a house in San Carlos. They just moved from their facility right by 101 somewhere else. I'm not sure where. Anyone else? Let me take a look. Yeah, the electrical panel. It's not up there anymore, actually. Now it's bolted to the actual apparatus since it has to get moved. And I mean, the whole thing fits in. It should fit in a truck that's like a rental truck. The whole. So hand over there. How long is the boil? Well, the boil is an hour itself, and then you can do different ones like.
The IPA is an hour and a half.
Yeah, IPA is like 90 minutes. So this is what the people on the East Coast too have, that 90-minute IPA. Dogfish Head. But you can do short resting recipes with 45-minute boils. And the whole process is about 6 to 8 hours, I think, right? 6 hours? Okay. Well, with basically what we're doing here, where we're extracting sugars from the grains, it takes a little bit longer. Like when you're home brewing, you can actually buy sugar in a bucket and dump it in, and then you can probably do it in like 3.5 hours if you're quick on the top of it. So, anyone else? All right. Well, thanks very much. Pleasure.